You're seeing this video because you are either seriously considering applying to schools abroad or you're already in that process. And I know one big question on your mind is, how do I fund my education? So in today's video, I'll try to answer that question for you and share with you one interesting funding option that is often overlooked by a lot of students. Let's get into it. So today we'll talk about TAGARA positions as a funding option that you should seriously consider. So what's TAGARA? It's teaching assistantships, graduate assistantships, and research assistantships. So these are all different types of funding that involves you as a student working for the department or for the program you're in or for the school or for the professor. So the key thing is you are doing some sort of work to get this funding. What's the difference between GATA and RA? They are very similar. The key thing is RA, you're doing some research for a professor or for the department or the program you're in. And TA, you are helping a professor to do some grading work, like grading students or teaching some of his students or their students during office hours. And then GA is broader than the other two. You're doing different kinds of work. It could be admin work for the department or for the program. It could be you helping teach as well. It's very broad. So all these three are very similar. It's just like the detail of what exactly you're doing that differentiates the three. Here are the key things you need to know about TAGARA positions. One is many times you get the GA position automatically. That's the school reviews your application, they check your experience, your background, and they determine this will be a good person to be a GA to support this department. So you will get that automatically when you get your admission offer. That's one. But you also need to know that many people don't get GA positions automatically as part of their application, their offer package from the school. So I want to tell you this: you can also apply for these positions. You can ask the department about it and tell them you're very interested and they should share a link with you, and you can apply for GA positions as well. If there's any open, if there are any open in the department, you can apply. The second thing I want you to know is for these three, whether like if you haven't gotten them automatically, you can write professors and try to get these. And this is the one I believe a lot of students overlook, a lot of applicants overlook. They're like, I did not get a GA position, I don't know what to do. You can email professors, email people that work in the department, in other departments outside of your specific program, and try to get some of these positions. And that's the one that I want you to really focus on. So make sure you watch this video till the end, because I'll be sharing with you things that you need to do to get these positions. Let's talk about how you get these positions. First is submit a grade application. So this is you when you're putting in your resume, your essays, your recommendation letters, all of that. Make sure you're submitting very, very good applications to these schools. This is the easiest way to get a GATA position. So submit a very good application to the school. If you don't know what grades looks like and this is your first time applying to schools and you really don't know what a really good essay looks like, what a really good personal statement looks like, then click the link in my description. I have templates for everything from resume to essays to recommendation letters that you can read and get inspiration to be able to write yours and to help your recommenders as well. So click the link in the description and you will find some of those templates that you will find helpful. So that's the first thing you need to do: submit a really, really good application. Step 2 is for you to source these opportunities yourself. And this is really where I think the opportunity is. This is where I think you should really spend some time. So first thing you need to do to get these positions is you need to ask the school for a link or some portal where you can apply for jobs within the department or within the entire school. That's step 1. Step 2 is you need to create a list of professors that you believe will find your background and your experience to be relevant or interesting. So if you have some interesting background or experience, whether that's your volunteering experience or your professional experience or things you've done before, or something you're just interested in and you've spent a lot of time learning about, then you need to look for professors that are interested in those areas as well, that are writing papers in those areas, that are teaching courses related to that experience that you have, and then create a long list of professors, whether they're in your specific department, your specific program or not, provided they're in that school, then you can have them on your list. The next step for you, my friend, is to do some research on each of the professors on your list. Try to figure out what they're interested in, what they're writing about these days, the kind of courses they're teaching, and try to match those to the specific experiences that you have. Say this professor is really interested these days in analytics, and you did some volunteering work related to analytics for a church or a religious organization in your home country. That's something that both of you can relate to, and that's something that will help you when you reach out to the professor. All right, the next step, which is by far the most important step, is for you to email the professors. Now is your time to really ask for what you want. So send them an email sharing about yourself, introducing yourself, sharing areas of similarity or like why you really think they will find your experience beneficial, and ask them for time. So now is your time to email those professors. A couple of things that I think you should really pay attention to here is, one, keep your email short. Nobody's reading a long email these days, okay? Keep your email very short. They should be able to scroll, like don't have to scroll and just read the whole thing on a phone, right? Before their class or something. Keep your email really short. The second thing is share that, make it obvious that you've done your research. Like share things that you believe or that you came across recently that they wrote about, or a course they're teaching that you recently saw, and how you can really help them in that area. For instance, mention your analytics background if they're a professor that has really been finding analytics to be very helpful in their work, or they teach an analytics course. The third thing is have an action item for them. Tell them that I would like to meet with you over the next few weeks for 15 minutes. Do you have 15 minutes in the next week? Something like that. Be very specific about what action you need them to take. Those are the three main things you should note. And the last one is, you can absolutely email these professors from your home country. I have heard so many times from many applicants about how they can't do this from their home country. I know many people that got CA positions with these professors from their home country. So make sure you email them from your home country. You don't need to wait until you get to that country. The moment you have your admission offer, you need to start emailing professors. And now the last step is for you to follow up with these professors. Now, people are busy these days, so give them like 3 to 5 business days and then follow up. You can see an example email in the description that I've written to show you what this email to professors asking for a GATA position should look like, as well as a follow-up email. So check the description and you should get those. So follow up with them to remind them. Keep that extremely short and just go to, hey, I'm just following up on this. I would love to get 15 minutes with you. Make it not more than 3 sentences. Hi, my friend. Hope you found today's video helpful so far. See, today's video is part of a series of videos that I'm doing to help you navigate the entire application, funding, visa process. So all these videos over the next few weeks will just be added to a single playlist, and that playlist will be in my description. If you click that playlist, you will find all these videos and you will be able to navigate the entire application process by yourself. So if you have any friend that you know is applying to schools in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia this year, and they cannot afford to have an admissions coach, please send them this single link so they can navigate the entire process as well. Be nice to them. So send this link to them and let's get back to the video. So I wrote down a couple of things that I hope people would know as they are emailing professors. So there are about 4 of them, and I just want to share that with you, my friend, because what do I gain if I don't share with you? So the first one is what I mentioned earlier. You can absolutely do this from your home country, so that's fine. The second thing is you need to use the right title. I once made a mistake where I don't even know if it's a mistake. I emailed a professor and I didn't put professor this. I just used doctor, or or just their first name, I believe, because at the time I did not know she was a professor. I checked everywhere on the internet. I didn't know she was a professor, and I think that's because she recently became a professor or something. I just didn't know, so I wasn't sure, and she reacted really badly about that, and I felt so embarrassed. So don't make my mistake, okay? Do your research, your thorough research, and then use the right title. If they're professors or doctors, or just use the right title for them. Never make that mistake of not putting professor for someone that is a professor. They take it too personal. That's all I'll say. Third thing is, this may just be a numbers game. The more professors you're able to reach out to, the higher your likelihood of being successful at this and getting a position that you really like and you really want, and that will pay you some good money to at least be able to cover your living expenses. So you need to reach out to many professors. Think about all the things you've done, your professional experience, your volunteering experience, your interest, things like that, and reach out to many professors even outside of your own program. Last thing is, make this really easy for the professor by attaching your resume and your transcripts. I would say at least your resume. Please attach your resume, make it like super clear that you are the right person for the job, and attach it in that email. That's it, my friend. In the next video in this series, we will talk about student loans and some creative funding options that you may not have thought about. So make sure you look out for that video and click that one. I'll see you.